he seems very passionate about the club, very passionate about playing for us, and he looks like he just really wants to sort of get stuck in and really show how good he can be. And I think we need that in this team. And watching players of the years of wingers like Sterling, Sane, Mahrez, and that obviously players obviously who have played for the club and given their all for the club, but it wasn't the same level of a passion for the club itself. Which why obviously they didn't last. I mean, Mahrez obviously I think had a bit more, I'd say, than Sane and Sterling did. I'd say, but I think in the end it was kind of you can tell they weren't obviously as loyal as they were, and obviously a lot of players won't be as loyal obviously to the clubs, obviously, especially if it isn't the club they support. But having someone like Savio, who's grown up obviously watching us dominate obviously England for the last 10 or so years. He's obviously grown up as he's obviously 20 years old. So obviously we've grown up obviously the last 10 years watching us playing football this way. So I think it's really good to sort of see how he does, especially with his dominant one-to-one style, obviously football, one-on-one against defenders, obviously really giving it his all against the right back or left back. It's going to be really good to see him on either side of the wing, obviously trying to get inside, get goals, get assists towards Haaland, obviously, and it's going to be good to see him and Doku link up as well. So it's great. Honestly, I'm really excited to see how he does at City. I think we've got to just be a bit patient, honestly, with City. I think that obviously we want players in. I think there'll be more players done. I reckon two more after Savio, but that should be it. But I think we've got a really good, team sort of being built here. I think a midfielder is definitely required. I think obviously Rodri for me obviously needs a alternative position midfielder, someone who can sort of come in and sort of fill in for him. Obviously he can get better rest as well. So it's important. It's important that we sort of take that into account when obviously going forward into the market again. But for Savio, obviously, when obviously the Brazil 94 kit, I think people can obviously correct me in the comment section below. But obviously, I love my Brazil players, so I'm really excited to see how this guy does for us. Obviously, if had a Robinho, which was a mad signing for itself, obviously, and straight behind that one. Fernandinho was a big Brazilian player for us. I'm forgetting Elano as well. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of Brazilian players that play for us, but for me, the ones that stand out for me are Fernandinho, Elano, and Robinho. I'm sure there's someone else I'm forgetting, Jesus, but yeah, you know what I mean. But it's not to have another upcoming Brazilian player playing for us. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does, how he fits into the club, and obviously the ethos, obviously, and how it all works. I'm sure we'll start seeing him start more games, obviously, week in, week out as we go along. But having Doku, Bob, Savio, Grealish as well, and four great wingers now, it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic that the club have really got that sorted out, and the priorities have been done well, obviously, with the attack. Now, obviously, in midfield, obviously, it's probably required. I wouldn't say we need a lot more players. I think a couple more players here and there, maybe to beef up the squad a little bit more, but I wouldn't say it's a major surgery this summer. I think we need to be a bit more patient, obviously, with the club overall. Because obviously, a lot of people on Twitter are still demanding players, we're still demanding a lot of signings. Like, guys, it's not going to happen. Be honest with yourselves right now. Do we really need a major overhaul this summer? No. Obviously, you want it to happen. Obviously, you want to see players we sign. Of course, you do. I would as well. But we got to be realistic here. This club is, obviously investing, obviously in younger players, obviously, and on upcoming players. I think players like Musiala and Wirtz, obviously, we do want at City. I'm sure it will happen at some point. Obviously, if De Bruyne does obviously leave next summer or the summer after, but patience is required. I think the fans need to be patient. I'm patient. I'm relaxed. The Euros wasn't exactly enjoyable overall, but I still enjoy watching some football and Copa America while nothing else was on. Obviously, now we've got a few days to go until the first friendly against Celtic, which obviously I'm looking forward to. That, by the way, reviews are that coming along, and actually watch along as well. I'm not going to guarantee you that at the moment because I've got to work out when the games are going to be. But you might get a watch along here and there on the channel, sort of watching the game, chatting with you guys in the chat. It'd be good, sort of, have a nice little session where everyone sort of pitches in and has a chat about the game, obviously, and discusses what the season ahead. But so it's not a long video today. It's more just a quick reaction to you know the Savio signing. I'm really excited to see him play. Number 26, taking off Riyad Mahrez. I think it's fantastic. The fact that he's sort of following the footsteps of Riyad Mahrez as well, a player who was very underrated by the fan base. Riyad Mahrez was a fantastic player for us. Yes, he was frustrating at times, but I think overall he was a very, very good player, very technically gifted, very skillful, scored some great goals for us and helped us win Champions League, Premier League. He's done everything, man. He's Mahrez has done everything in his career. Obviously Africa Cup of Nations, obviously, as well for Algeria. Mahrez was one of the best players I've ever watched play for City. People can say differently what you want, but for me, from what I've watched and for the football that I love to see, Riyad Mahrez was one of my favourite players to watch. And Savio, from what I've seen of him at Girona, from what I've seen him at Troyes, he's really grown and developed into a very, very good player. I really hope that he gets given an opportunity by Pep. I'm sure he will be. But people have got to be a bit more I've got more, a bit more. I've got to be careful, obviously, and manage their expectations of him. Don't expect him to hit and run him. I mean, look at Doku. Doku started off really well. They've had a little bit for a few months of not quite getting in there. Then season pretty strong. With Doku, I see a next season being a big season for him, and Savio being a bit more of a quieter one. Well, it might not be, but that's what I see it with Pep teams. I'm really excited to see our attack this season, see how the attack flourishing, and seeing where the midfield sort of built a bit more. I think what we've got to realise, right, is we're still well placed this season. Going, Edison's obviously staying at City, which is fantastic, brilliant news. So the fact that we've got a team there still together, still going really strong. I mean, Savio is what we needed. We needed a bit more energy in that attack, a bit more pace, a bit more direct, a bit more skill in that attack. Now getting a midfielders, a bit more dynamic, a bit more aggressive in that midfield, like a Bruno Guimaraes or someone of that quality who can sort of do a DM role, also a fielder role on competition Foden, obviously, and De Bruyne are now. It's all about managing this team and moulding it and changing it as we go along. I think next summer we'll start seeing players leave. Well, not also players, not as in league because I don't want to play for club. I think more as the fact that players are going to want to move on. Like Alvarez want to move on to play obviously as number one striker, which I think for me he deserves that. He's a unbelievable striker. I mean, Alvarez obviously, especially for his age and how talented he is. I think though what we've got to realise is that Haaland is just a better player than he is. He's a better striker, and we can't just drop Haaland for the sake of having Alvarez. So we've got to retain them both together on the same team. Obviously, if everyone wants to move on to a team that actually can play him every game, fair play to him. But I think if you're in a video watching and hoping for more signings, like a lot more signings, I think you've got to be a bit more management of expectations. I think we'll get players in. We will get, I think, one or two more. But I'm not expecting a miracle, massive window here. I expected more of a relaxed window, a couple players here and there. Maybe one might go to sort of, like Gomez or someone like who wants to leave. But it's going to be a very controlled window. I just hope that this preseason tour gives us a chance to see the players that are ready to go, the players that that are ready to fight. Like if Calvin Phillips has anything in him to sort of turn his career around at City, we'll see what happens. I'm not putting my not betting on it, but we'll see what happens. You have no football's a funny old game. It's a funny old game how things can change with players, how people can sort of themselves at clubs. Obviously, start off really crap and getting better. It can happen. So hopefully we'll see that. Obviously, at City this summer. So again, just a quick video to sort of discuss the designing. I'm looking forward to seeing him play with City. Hopefully, I think it'll be August. I think he won't be playing obviously in America. Imagine he'll probably play the Community Shield obviously in the league game, so I'm sure we'll start seeing him in August a bit more. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see him play. I look forward to discuss this with Danny. Thank everyone for actually watching the video of watching the stream yesterday. Apologies for the Twitter not really working. It's working on a podcast Twitter, but not on my Twitter for some reason, so it's a bit weird. Try to work things out, but I think we've finally got it all sorted now for going forward, which should be good. Thank you everyone for all the support so far on the videos. Like, subscribe, sort of like subscribers. Obviously, it's going up, and we appreciate all the support. Also, big up to a fellow channel, City Loop TV, for hitting 400 subscribers now, which is fantastic. Honestly, he's been doing it for a couple of things, not a bit less than we've been doing it for, but he's been doing a really good job of it. I look forward to seeing how he goes this season. But yeah, it's great seeing this community thrive. I look forward to seeing what we can do this season. So yeah, for watching the video, like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back this weekend, putting information on news, see what happens with City. Been very quiet so far, but we'll see what happens. Take care, guys. See you later.